How do you feel na natalo ka ng kandidatong sinuportahan ng kapatid mo?
I'm disappointed, syempre. Masakit kasi pakiramdam ko, sino bang mas may kilala sa akin kung hindi yung sarili kong pamilya? Pananaw ko at sa marami naming mga it was Alan Cayetano and Lani Cayetano na nagsabing, don't support Lino.
Ano na ngayon ang dynamic ng relationship within the family?
Ano ba? Wala. Naapektuhan ng politika. Maybe time will heal all wounds.
Your dad have advised you if you were alive today. I just wonder.
Hindi ko alam. Pero yung dad ko, he was someone who always would push us to do the right thing.
Sige, Direk Lino will give us a tour of his production company.
This is parang the main war.
War room. And what do
That's
they do
earlier
here?
today.
Do they do readings?
So reading. Then one more room.
Here is this is where we do screenings para all of us can understand. So we'll do
Yes.
screenings together, watch
And
movies
you
together. Dito na rin yung workshop namin para tipid.
Sa larong to, hindi sapat na magaling ka.
This sort of how we meet the
Kulang ang diskarte. Talas ng isip.
Nice.
So,
At bago tayo magpatuloy, mag-subscribe naman kayo, paki-click ito, mag-like na rin, at kung may suggestion kayo ng kausapang Real with Lucci, put it down in the comment section and we'll do our level best to get it for you. Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel, Usapang Real with Lucci, and today, usapang real talaga to dahil real na real ang mga pangyayari sa buhay ni Lino Cayetano, direktor, dating mayor, nag-congress din, no? At tumakbo, ngunit natalo. Natalo at masakit na pagkatalo dahil sa pamilya. And so welcome, Lino. Salamat ha. This should
Thank you,
be, what? This is the first interview after the election.
yes,
So,
unang interview pagkatapos ng election.
okay, how do you feel? How do you feel na natalo ka ng kandidatong sinuportahan ng kapatid mo?
Di ko alam paano sagutin yung tanong na yun. Siguro yung mas... I'm disappointed, syempre. There are a lot of things I wanted to do for the city of Taguig and Pateros. Pero siguro nandun lang, nasa ano na yun yung disappointment na ang dami sana naming gustong gawin ng team ko, volunteers, and pero tanggap ko desisyon ng tao eh. Tingin ko kung meron akong dapat sisihin o kung may pagkukulang, na sa akin yun. Baka hindi ko napaliwanag ng mabuti yung mga bagay na gusto ko gawin. Baka hindi ko naabot lahat ng mga taong dapat kong abutin. So, for me, I'm disappointed because I think I was fighting for something I truly believed in. But tanggap ko yung resulta.
How much of that do you think was because of Alan supporting?
100%.
There you go.
Yeah, 100%.
How do you feel about that?
The race began, I was up, I think, 20, 30, 40 points. I was a favorite to win. Pero alam kong dehado ako dahil independiente ako.
Okay, tell me about the independiente ka. Bakit? Bakit?
Because I wanted to run alone without the baggage siguro ng isang partido. No? More than family, yung partido. Because I wanted to make decisions for myself. When I was mayor of Taguig, at lalong-lalo nung pandemic, nakita ko na if you set aside politics, personal ambition, so much can be done in a short amount of time. I felt na kahit independiente, kahit mag-isa, kahit wala masyadong pondo o suporta, meron ako mga batang volunteers na naniniwala. Akala ko sapat na. Pero siguro, yun yung pagkukulang ko, no? Napakahalaga pa rin nung meron kang tradisyonal na infrastruktura para
Makinarya.
makinarya bilang isang kandidato sa atin.
So ano dapat yung makinarya na nakapagpanalo sa'yo?
I think if nag-hands off yung aking kapatid, si Kuya Alan, baka tingin ko, most of the people in Taguig and Pateros will say na mananalo ako.
Talaga, bakit?
Because very clear naman na ang kampanya noon ay yung nakalaban ko ay kandidato ni Alan at ni Lani.
Bakit nga ba? Anong meron?
Sa akin hindi ko nilalagyan ng mali siya, pero siguro naniniwala sila na yung gusto nilang gawin, sasamahan, tutulungan, susuportahan sila. Yan yun yung kinakampanya nila. Na pag dito, dire-diretso lahat ng mga programa. Ako, naniniwala ako na kailangan natin ng debate. Kailangan natin pag-usapan. Kailangan natin ng consensus. Na in any democracy, it's important na kahit pareho kayong partido, may mga bagay na pinag-uusapan at naririnig ng publiko. So I think whether we're talking about the Senate, the policy of our president, whether pinag-uusapan natin saan mangongolekta ng basura ang garbage truck sa ating sitio, kalye, barangay, dapat nagkakaroon ng diskusyon, dapat na pag-uusapan. Wala dapat mga sikreto. Dapat lahat ng opinion naririnig natin. At ako, naniwala ako na if I ran as, when I ran as an independent, naniwala ako na susuportahan ko yung mga magagandang programa ng sister-in-law ko. But I also campaigned on the platform na kung merong mga mali, I will point it out. This time around, siguro, ang paniniwala nila o paniniwala ng mas nakararami sa kanila, mas gusto nila yung buong-buo at todo ang suporta.
But you're being very, very gracious to your Kuya Alan, no? Parang, on the one hand, you admit that if Kuya Alan had supported you, you would have most likely won. On the other hand, you're saying that may diferensya o pagkakaiba kayo. Yeah,
Ma'am, siguro kasi naniniwala ako na iba yung pamilya sa politika. So ako, in my mind, I was running against an incumbent congressman na may kaalyadong makapangyarihan, maimpluwensya, at magaling na politiko na isang senador. Nagkataon, kapatid ko. Siyempre, on a personal level, masakit kasi pakiramdam ko, sino bang mas may kilala sa akin kung hindi yung sarili kong pamilya? And kilala ako ng pamilya ko. Alam nila na wala akong ambisyon, wala akong hilig sa kayamanan, kapangyarihan. Ako nga yung, siguro yung pinaka-artist sa pamilya. No? Napunta ako dito sa showbiz bilang direktor. Maraming taon, isa akong guro sa University of the Philippines. And then naging director sa ABS-CBN. My family asked me to help and to run. And noon pa man naman,
Yun nga eh. I mean, you're the one na hindi ka nga nun nasa politika,
Yeah.
di ba? Sila pa nga ang nag-invite
Yes.
sa'yo na to join public service. So, I find it very ironic now that,
Yeah.
that they would essentially, push you to the side.
yes. Pero tulad ma'am ng ngayon ang mainit na debate sino bang pro-impeachment? Sinong
Yes.
anti?
Nagkakaiba-iba ba kayo doon?
pro-Duterte? Sinong pro-Marcos?
Yeah.
Pero ako ma'am, I don't want to define our senators with a singular issue. I try to keep it professional. I think that's the best way to approach politics. I think politics in our country is too personal. Pangkaraniwan yung politika sa atin ay tungkol sa'yo, tungkol sa nagawa mo, tungkol sa kapangyarihan mo, tungkol sa impluensya mo. And I think we should judge politicians by ano yung estado ng mga taong pinagsisilbihan nila.
What about, it's very likely also that the perception that you belong to a dynasty worked against you. Ayaw na nila na Panay na lang Cayetano ang namumuno sa Taguig.
Right. Pananaw ko at sa marami naming mga it was Alan Cayetano and Lani Cayetano na nagsabing don't support Lino.
It's
Or
really
dito
that.
tayo. So, sa akin, with all humility, palagay ko kabaliktaran. No? In Taguig, I think malakas yung partido, malakas yung boses ng mga Cayetano.
Within the family, what about, for example, si Senator Pia? How does she feel about that? What would happen to you?
Ako, I don't want to speak for Ate Pia, no, for Senator Pia, but in terms of what I saw is that she would rather not get involved dun sa politics namin in Taguig. I'm disappointed. She saw me when I was mayor. She often consulted when she wanted to lay down policy. She was very active in laying down policy during the pandemic. At pag gusto niya ng punto de vista ng isang LGU, isang local chief executive, kami lagi nag-uusap. And as you know, Taguig was one of the cities that both the DOH, MMDA, the Office of the President awarded as best practice, having a lot of best practices.
Alright.
Nakita niya how I led the city during the pandemic. So yes, I was disappointed na she didn't decide to get involved. Pero sa akin, decision niya yun. Hindi ko alam yung all the factors that went into her decision making. Kasi siya naman, I respect also her role as a senator, and she was campaigning as a senator. I campaigned for her, and I'm happy she got re-elected.
Ano na ngayon ang dynamic ng relationship?
No.
Matanong ko lang, the relationship within the family.
Ano ba? Wala.
Ano muna? You don't talk to each other?
My family's in a very good place. We're very happy.
Your
My
family. Your
That's me, my
family.
wife, and my 3 kids, and my mom. Naapektuhan ng politika
Yeah.
kahit papaano. But when it comes to family, I think maybe time will heal all wounds. Ako, something na I think will lead to healing is for probably them to accept na maaring iba yung paniniwala namin sa politika. And that's okay. Hindi dapat nakaka-apekto sa pamilya yon. Yun nga yung advice ko sa mga bata eh. Huwag kayong mag-aaway, mga magkakaibigan. Huwag niyo awayin yung mga magulang niyo. Kung iba presidente nila, iba presidente niyo. You can talk policy, you can debate. Pagkatapos ng eleksyon, tapos na yan.
Ang hirap not to be polarized though,
Pero
no?
ito ako
It's
ngayon,
really
sa
hard.
sarili kong pamilya, yun ang sitwasyon.
Exactly.
But ako, I'll continue to advocate that. No? Hopefully, one day, my brother and my sister-in-law can accept that. That we can be friends, we can be family. Pero hindi dapat iisa lang yung paniniwala namin. Maaring may iba-iba kami mga paniniwala. At dapat respetuhin ang bawat isa yan.
Exactly.
Oh.
So, napaso ka na ba? Are you going to run again? Do you still have political plans?
I think I will serve the people of Taguig and Pateros for the rest of my life. Whether I run or not, pagdadasal ko muna. No? Whether I run for Congress, I run for mayor, I run for any other office. I'm not attracted to the idea of more power. I'm attracted to the idea of being able to cause change. So one thing the elections has taught me, one thing the laws has taught me, is that this is where I want to be, serving the people. So yun, so we're basically a small production house that partners with studios.
Yeah.
So we created this for ABS, we created this for Viva.
Tell me about your production company. This is, I have heard you say, a form of public service
Yes.
also for you. Paano ka nagbibigay ng serbisyo publiko dito?
So, naging director ako dahil when I was a student, my dad was in ABS-CBN News and Public Affairs doing Compañero y Compañera. Lahat ng mga kapatid ko, abogado, kung hindi, public administration. At iniisip ko paano ako magpapaalam sa daddy ko na ang gusto ko, pelikula. Nagkataon, he was doing Compañero y Compañera. And I think he saw the power of mass media na bilang abogado, na gustong tumulong sa kapwa,
Yes.
na magnify nito 1,000-fold, maybe 1,000,000-fold, nung nagkaroon siya ng talk show where he could talk about the law and empower people. So I think yun, una, gift ng Panginoon yun, na-introduce niya yung dad ko, na napaka-stricto. No? My dad was less of a politician, more of a trial lawyer. Yun yung unang naging susi para mas madaling magpaalam. And then when I went to Masscom, nahanap ko yung calling ko, tingin ko sa film, kasi yung film behind the scenes ka. Yung mga paborito ko was Ishmael Bernal, Lino Broca, Mike De Leon. Hindi ko alam na sa totoong buhay pala, napakahirap gawin yung kanilang mga ginagawa. Yung mga pelikula nila, when I got into GMA and then ABS, na hindi ko masabing nalayo ako sa ganong mga social content. Kasi nung 70s at 80s, marami sa mga pelikula ang pinag-uusapan mga problema ng bayan. But when I started out in GMA, I did Starstruck, which is a reality show.
Ratings na eh.
Ratings. And then when I did ABS-CBN, I did Maalala Mo Kaya, Once Upon a Time, na maganda, nakakapagkwento, nakakapag-bigay inspirasyon, na pag-uusapan, pahapyaw kahit paano yung mga problema ng bayan. Pero siguro after 10 or I think 15 years, parang naghanap ako ng paraan kung paano ko magagawa yung mga pelikula o mga TV shows na pinangarap ko nung estudyante ako. Nagpaalam ako na magtatayo kaming maliit na kumpanya. And then our first big break was doing a socio-political series for ABS-CBN called Bagman. And Bagman was about corruption. Bakit sa mundong to, napakahalaga ng isang taong to? Sino yan? Bagman, tagadala ng pera. Yun. So that series won a lot of awards, got Kong Arjo Atayde Best Actor in the Asian Academy Awards. That allowed us to solicit more projects from different studios for Rain Entertainment.
So lahat na ba ng pelikula mo ngayon? Meron ganon? It's social?
Sa amin medyo. Gusto namin makabuluhan, may sinasabi tungkol sa mundo natin. Hindi sinasagot yung mga problema, pero inilalatag sa tao yung mga problema at nagtatanong, paano ba natin to pwedeng solusyonan or paano ba tayo nakarating dito? So those are some of the themes of yung mga movies na gusto namin gawin na pakiramdam namin sa tamang timpla, pwedeng maging patok sa takilya or mataas na ratings, pero makabuluhan pag pinapanood mo. Mapapaisip yung mga kababayan natin.
So let's make this count, let's get out of this basement, and let us change our lives.
Ngayon, on Netflix, nandun yung isa namin pelikula. It's called Elevator with Paolo Avellino and Kylie Versosa. Tungkol sa isang OFW na mataas ang pangarap, pero elevator boy siya sa Singapore. Lahat ng pumasok ng elevator, meron siyang 30 seconds para mag-pitch ng magandang idea para sa kanyang negosyo. So like many of our OFWs, they go and they work in F&B, food and beverage, they're domestic helpers, pero meron silang ibang pangarap, meron silang ibang mga dreams, meron silang mga ideas, mga negosyo na gusto
madiskarte,
pasukin.
no?
Madiskarte.
Yeah,
So
that's
yun
what
yung,
Pinoys are known
yun yung
for.
kwento. So kung may time kayo, Elevator on Netflix. In Prime naman, Amazon Prime, meron kami, it's called Nananahimik ang Gabi. It won Best Script, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress sa Philippine Division ng Asian Academy Awards. Tungkol naman sa mas maselan, isang sugar baby at sugar daddy. But the sugar baby realizes that her sugar daddy is a corrupt policeman. So it asks the question, kung tayo nakikinabang sa mga taong corrupt rin ba tayo? So it's like a story of social awakening.
Gising na ako.
Okay, since you're in showbiz and you love serving the people, anong say mo dun sa mga artista na pumapasok sa politika?
Daming artista na sa mundo natin na sumabak sa politika. Pero ilang politiko ba yung gumagamit sa mga artista para manalo sila? Napakadami din. So I think the reasons why maraming mga nahihilang mga artista is because every 3 years, kakatok ang mga politiko, maghahanap ng mga artista para matulungan silang manalo. So throughout the years, throughout the decades, nagkaroon ng relationship yung dalawang yan. Yung politika at yung showbiz.
But what is it about, the system that allows showbiz people whom we know to be...
Hindi naman bias, no? Pero, so syempre, you should be qualified, you should know the work. Dapat yung itinatakbo mo, alam mo anong trabaho, anong ginagawa, paano ka makakatulong. Pero beyond that, ano yung attraction? Every day, yung mga artista natin, yung mga ginagampanan nilang mga roles, yung binabasa nilang mga script, yung ini-immerse nilang mundo, yun yung mga problema na hinaharap araw-araw ng mga tao. So, I'm not making an excuse for why a lot of people in show business run. Pero,
So you think there's vicarious learning there?
yes, because nararamdaman mo kita mo I shot 9 months sa Parola, sa Manila. So, sa aming mga magkakapatid, dahil sa experience ko sa showbiz, sino sa kanila ang 9 months nag-shooting sa Parola? Ang CR diretso sa Ilog. Bago pumasok, nung una marami kaming security, pagkatapos ng pangatlo, pang-apat na buwan, kilala na ako ng lahat ng mga tambay doon. Marami sa mga artista nai-immerse sa mundo. Tapos nun, ang mga tao nararamdaman na, uy, malapit kami dito, masasabi namin yung mga problema namin. Pinapaliwanag ko lang ano yung...
I know. They can identify.
Pinapaliwanag ko lang
Yes.
ano yung attraction. So ako, minsan, no, nagkakaroon ng pag-iisip, no, yung mga tao sa mundo ko, sa showbiz, na pwede silang mag-crossover para tumulong, para magsilbi. Pero ako, naniniwala ako na karapatan din nila yon. Pero bilangin nyo rin ilang kontraktor ang tumatakbo. Bilangin nyo kung ilan ang professional politicians na tumatakbo na ni isang beses sa buhay,
Fair point.
ni isang beses sa buhay nila hindi naranasang magtrabaho. Ilan mga contractor who had long-term relationships with politicians who decided to slide over and be politicians themselves. Pero hindi ko minamasama ito. There are contractors and businessmen who are doing very well in government. Sa akin, beyond kasi yung background mo. And I think that's the real answer to solving our problem when it comes to the people that we elect. Ano yung mga madadala mo?
Let's talk about your dad.
Yes, ma'am.
Alam ko that he was a huge influence on you. And you even donated your liver to him. Alam na ng mga tao doon siguro, no? And the scars are there. You've seen it. We've all seen the photos. Very moving, no? Very generous of you to do that, to risk your life for your dad. But you would have done it over and over again, right? So it's Father's Day, and what happened to you and your siblings must be making him turn in his grave, no?
Or maybe he's proud that I am the man he wanted me to be.
Oh.
So ako, I don't have any sentimentality towards yung konting problema or conflict natin. Kasi at peace ako eh. At peace ako that I'm doing the right thing. I'm at peace that kahit balik-baliktarin mo yung mundo, I'm fighting for the things I believe in. That I believe that my father taught me. Alam mo, a lot of times people say, kadugo mo yan. Naniniwala ako na what really links us to our family are shared values. So sa akin, mas importante yan. Yung shared values natin lahat. I lost my dad when I was 25 years old. But I believe in those 25 years, naintindihan ko siya. Naintindihan ko yung mga bagay na pinaniniwalaan niya. And during that time, hanggang ngayon, na isa na rin akong tatay, nabuo na rin yung mga ibang bagay na pinaniniwalaan ko naman. Hindi naman kailangan pare-pareho tayo lahat. But I think we have core values that bind us all together. And those are the things that I also want to leave for my son and my 2 girls. I lost this election, but I want my kids to know that their dad fought for the right things and tried to fight for the things he believes in.
Well, they say, dapat daw ang order of priorities is faith, family, and flag. No? So faith, you have it. I know that you are a God-fearing man. Family is so important to you, of course, and flag. But when it comes to family, I think that's your weakest link because of your experience with your siblings. Paano mo pinapaliwanag to sa mga anak mo, for example?
Well, kami ma'am, my kids have a strong bond with their lola. Wala na silang lolo, pero we see our grandma and our lola regularly. My daughter is named after my father, Phil Rene Cayetano, one of my kids. They have a strong bond with their lolo at lola sa side ng wife ko. Our family is strong. I parang beg to disagree about I think I have a conflict with my brother. And I think that's separate from my relationship with my family. Hindi lang kami nagkakasundo ng kapatid ko sa
Just on that
pamamalakad
one
sa
point.
politika.
Yes.
But yes, I'd love for it to go back to pag magkasundo kami, di ba? Pero I think that will come in God's time. I think the more important thing is to stick to doing what's right, stick to my beliefs. And if they're willing, no, to sit down, basta hindi ma-bend yung mga paniniwala ko at yung prinsipyo ko, I think kahit mamayang gabi, pwede kami magkita at magyakapan ng walang problema.
What would your dad have advised you if you were alive today? I just wonder.
I don't know, pero di ko alam. Pero yung dad ko, he was someone who always would push us to do the right thing. He gave us so much freedom growing up. He was such a large presence in our lives. Pero pinabayaan niya kami magdesisyon para sa amin. At yung parang nakita ko na mahalaga lang sa kanya are the values behind our decision, correct? So I think my dad was someone who always wanted us to do the right things for the right reason and trusted us with our decisions. Yun, ma'am, siguro yung pinaka-importante. And that's something I have to keep reminding myself as a father. Na kung tama yung pagpapalaki ko sa mga anak ko, magtiwala ako sa mga desisyon nila.
What would he have advised you, in light of this difference with Senator Alan, if he were alive today? How do you think he would handle it? Would he have intervened?
I think he would have intervened. Dahil ano yun magbati kayo, mag-usap kayo.
Would he have been able to, is the question.
Yeah, I think so. Siguro papakinggan niya kami dalawa. Siguro nasa amin ang dalawa kung susunod kami sa hatol niya. Kunyari, sabihin niya, ganito gawin niyo. No? But I think things also happen for a reason. So I think he was there when we needed him. The Lord gave us my dad at the perfect time and took him in God's time. So, this is on us.
Yes.
What to do next.
No, ma'am. On your spirit.
Sige. Okay, tell me about your brief, very brief modeling stint and how it changed your life. Believe it or not, life-changing daw to sa kanya. Oh.
And sabi ko, later on ko na na-realize, just a few years ago, 10 years na ako nagdidirect, producer na ako, naalala ko yung isang moment when I was a teenager na nasa commercial ako ng ice cream.
Okay.
So, nakasakay kami ng isang bus, marami kami mga estudyante, kumakain ng ice cream.
Okay.
And naalala ko, ang daming take. Nasa harap ako So, hindi naman bida, pero nasa harap ako. And then yung director, pinalipat ako sa likod. Kasi hindi ko magawa yung eksena.
Kasi ikaw naglilit ng ice
So, ganun lang kasimple. Pareho yung sweldo nung nasa harap tsaka yung nasa likod. Pero dahil hindi ko magawa, pinapunta ako sa likod. So yun siguro yung katapusan ng career ko in front of the camera. But I think nabuo sa isip ko na ganda ng trabaho nitong director. Siya nagdidesisyon na lahat. So, later on ko na lang na-realize.
Oh, really?
Yeah, later on ko na lang naalala kasi pinaon ko na napahiya ako Yeah, so,
kaya siya nag-director.
Kasi pinapunta sa likod.
Kita nyo na kung paano even the worst circumstances
Tama.
turn out to be the best
Tama.
circumstances of our life.
Tama.
All right.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you, Direk.
ma'am.
You were such a looker. You still are.